Hello everyone, William here. Today I have a few parcels to open on the channel. Two of these are domestic from the UK, and these two are from Thailand. And today I wanted to talk briefly about the current Pokemon market in the sense that I feel some cards are a bit high. I made a similar video last year. I think I made that video in February where I was kind of cautious on how certain cards were going up so much in price. I have a similar feeling today with what's going on in the whole Pokemon market. I generally don't like to talk about the market, but I feel things are really going up for some cards. Anyway, I'll look at this card here first, and it's Iris Fighting Spirit from Ascended Heroes. I waited until the ETBs of Ascended Heroes were released to buy a copy, since I think a lot of people also knew as well when the very first Ascended Hero products were released that prices would be really high. I can't remember if I shown on the channel, but I also got a Japanese copy of Iris's Fighting Spirit ready. Going back to the topic at hand, for instance, if you remember, I showed this card on the channel at the end of last year. I bought it less than a year ago. I don't like to check prices for cards that I own too much, but I looked at what a PSA 8, like a CGC 8 chance you're going for, and it's close to double for what I paid. I'm not sure if that's just a one-off price, but to me, that's kind of a sign of what's going on. And it's not even just with vintage cards, it's also with some modern cards where they seem really high. I saw some rumor about the Van Gogh Pikachu. There's some investment fund buying them out, which to me that's kind of scary. And if you're trying to be buying that card right now, this is another card I got. Since I had the Jacynth secret rare, I thought I'd get the Rose's encouragement as well. I'm trying to place what scene this would be from Black and White, and I can't really think of it. If you remember the other Rose's encouragement SAR, that was the background for that card was in Nimbasa City. This one, I'm pretty sure if I was to replay the game, it might be a similar scene, but I can't really think of it offhand. From what I saw on the pictures online, most of these cards should be in pretty good condition. But personally, I haven't decided to stop buying cards really because I find there seems to be some cards that are going up really high in price, but others are still reasonable. So I've really been focusing more on reasonably priced cards to me, and also some more foreign language cards. That's why I got some of these cards from Thailand. This seller might have provided me with some extras, I'm not sure. I think that's more cards than I had ordered. Let's see, this is Wigglytuff EX from... I'm trying to remember... Oh, this is a lot of cards. I forgot which Wigglytuff EX this is from, but I know its ability gives it 100 extra HP if it has a special energy. Let's see. A Bombardier EX. Is it from Scarlet and Violet base? I can't really remember. I saw N Zoroark EX was playing this since Bombardier, if I'm hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, can collect up to 3 EX Pokemon at once. This is Hops Double, Ambipom, and okay, have some even more cards here again. A lot of sellers from the Asia They generally do provide you with a lot of extra cards, which is pretty nice of them. Mega Wild EX, Empoleon EX. I can't really remember the sets with some of these. Is it Duraludon? And is it Dualblade? Or is that its pre-evolution? I can't. Some of the newer Pokemon I sometimes struggle to remember offhand. This should be one of the cards I ordered, and it's Iris Fighting Spirit. Yep, Iris's Fighting Spirit and the Thai language. I believe I have about 3 more to get. Latin American Spanish is obviously one of the hardest ones to find. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to get that card. And also, I'm missing both Chinese copies, which to me is kind of unusual. Usually, both simplified or even the traditional Chinese is quite easy to get. I know how to open these. It's a double sleeve from top to bottom. And it's Iris's Fighting Spirit again. This is her SAR with Trodigon, Haxorus, and Aggron. I wonder exactly if her Pokemon are drawn to scale. Then again, even if Haxorus is much taller, pretty sure she's kind of bending down a bit. And maybe Aggron is doing the same. I think Dragogon is probably more to scale. Okay, this is a final one. You could see roughly how much. I can't remember if that's exactly what I paid. But thankfully, I didn't pay any custom tax on any of these orders. For the most part, I've said all I wanted to on the Pokemon market. I'm not an expert, but personally, I'm just being cautious, as I think a lot of people are doing as well, being cautious on buying certain cards at all. If a card goes up 10 times in a month, it's probably probably not to buy it at that price. Okay, this top loader is one of those super thick ones that could hold a lot of cards, and it's for the 4th time in a row, Iris's Fighting Spirit. You might be getting tired of seeing this card. And it's her Ultra Ball promo from Thailand. They, I know there's a few countries, Thailand, Indonesia, I think the Philippines, and I'll probably put it up on screen, that have these Ultra Ball League tournaments. And for this tournament, Iris's Fighting Spirit was the promo. In total, there are 4 different languages, and I'm trying to get the full set of 4. It's honestly going to be easier to get all 4 of these than trying to get her SR and SAR in all 13 languages. Recently, I saw a video of a guy that's trying to get every single Jolteon card and in all languages, for every single card, and wow, that's going to be a really daunting goal to achieve. But hopefully, he can get there, and it's one of those things where I think it's just a journey of trying to collect all these cards, and rather than trying to get them all at once. But I don't I could see myself probably not completing these ones the same way I was able to complete some of the older sets, but I'm not really too concerned about it. So that's all for this video, and thanks for watching.